Peace be with you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Paz and blessings to you. If you are new, welcome. If you're new, 9 times out of 10, you're not here by coincidence. There is a 99.9% chance that there's something here the Spirit might want you to know, in addition to what it is that you probably can feel intuitively, discerningly. My best recommendation, take this reading as it resonates. If it don't apply, let it fly, leave it for somebody else to process, pick up, and digest. That is my recommendation. If you're returning back to this platform, then guess what? You already know what to expect. I'm so glad that you came back to hang out with me again. You could be anywhere, but you decided to be in spiritual court. And that, my friend, really does make me happy. So come on in. Let's tap into these frequencies. I hope that everybody is doing good. I hope that all is well. Holy Spirit, beautiful divine ancestors, only of the purest of white intentions, enlightenment, white light. I ask that my angels encamp around me, put a shield of protection around my house, my home, my purpose, my destiny, as I share my gift, being mandated by the Most High God. Is that what I was going to say? Yeah. Being mandated by the Most High God to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as I see it here. So help me. Congratulations, y'all. We've all been sworn in by the universe, which means that our energy is being held accountable, meaning we are being held accounted for, meaning we need to hold ourselves accountable. Thank you, Spirit, for our energy and our actions. So mote be. I wish you nothing but peace. Let's just see what is going on in collective energy. Ooh, so you got nightlife. A lot of y'all are getting out and about. You could be going somewhere. Somebody could be going to a casino. Today could be somebody's birthday. Somebody may have had a court situation going on. Lawyers, something about reading the paperwork before you sign your name if you got a legal situation. And somebody is somewhere having a lot of epiphanies, a lot of aha moments, self-reflection, unanswered questions are getting answered, truth and clarity. You're tapping into some type of untapped in talents. A lot of you are still nurturing your inner child. Isn't that a fun relationship? Nurturing your inner child. Every day is your birthday. Don't forget the child within you. That is your number one person. They are absolutely hoping that you don't let them down. Your inner child is absolutely a beautiful little person. Daydreaming, head in the clouds, delusions, hopes, and dreams. A lot of energies here, y'all. So there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Somebody somewhere is in a high frequency and somebody somewhere is trying to figure out what is going on. It's judgment time, okay? Karma is real. She's absolutely assuring that everybody gets what it is that they deserve. Holy Spirit, beautiful angels, show this, show us what this is. Show us this energy. I was getting a download, y'all, as I was talking. We're going to be using the Kipper-ish Oracle deck, 101 card deck. Shout out to the intuitive gang, gang, gang. May the Most High bless the hands of the man who made these wonderful cards. May these cards tell us the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What's going on, Holy Spirit? Yeah, nightlife. So somebody is out here like on a hunt in the nighttime. Somebody's a lustful little Jezebel, a hoe hopping ass Jezebel. These hoes ain't loyal ass energy lusting. I feel like there's somebody that needs to feed off of people. Lust energy. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Yeah. You're over here ascending. You could be abstaining from sexual activity, or you're just celibate from the bullshit. You can absolutely abstain from other things other than sex. This could just be drama, BS, stand away, and ascending beautifully. Your chakras are in alignment. Rest in peace. Ooh, interesting. This could be like a permanent ending, or you put an end to some type of energy. You left somebody in peace. Clarify, Holy Spirit, what's going on? Yeah. And there's conflict with somebody, whoever this person is. Somebody could have some type of court situation going on. What's this lust and conflict? And you're just in the Zen state of mind. Yeah, this is an ending. This is closing out a cycle successfully, right? Yeah, you successfully closed out a cycle with somebody. You put something to rest, and this person is not happy. lusting for you, lusting for your energy, lusting for your time and your attention. That's what I just heard. You're in chakras energy though. Your chakras are aligned. Yeah, somebody is off the chain. What's going on here? Okay. You got bondage. You got Ice King, air sign energy. Clarify bondage and Ice Kings. Somebody is bound to something. Some type of emotional pain. I just heard suicidal energy. Ooh, that's not good. You're in the chakras ascending energy. What's going on here? I feel like you are learning to work a new spiritual gift with epiphany, self-reflection, getting answers to unanswered questions, tapping into untapped in talents. Yeah, you're ascending. So what does this have to do with you? There's a flying monkey out here still running their mouth, lying about you. And now they're going through some type of emotional fit. Somebody's having a complete and total nervous breakdown. Flying monkeys, bondage, Ice King energy, false narrative, gossip, talking, lying about you, lusting after you, like getting into fights. I feel like whenever your name is mentioned, somebody gets really irritated. They get hot. They get angry. They're mad. What's the rest in peace energy? Flying monkeys? Yeah, rest in peace. I feel like these are the ancestors. You called on your ancient bloodline. You could have woke up your ancestors. You woke your ancestors up by way of ascending. That's what I just heard. Oh, yeah, you absolutely did. You tapped into some type of shamanic secrets within your bloodline. Untapped in talents, something that wasn't supposed to be revealed to you until now. You need this gift now. Whatever this new gift is, this could be like the gift of maybe transmuting energy or something that has been revealed to you. It's between you and your ancestors. Okay. I just heard you weren't supposed to get this gift up until now. Now that you have this gift, there's something that you know how to do on a spiritual level, and you're getting these very sudden spiritual epiphanies about it. This is your ancestors communicating with you. You're waking them up. You're the way they live forever. They live through you. So you're tapping into their gifts, your new gifts, and you're collaborating very well with your ancestors. So rest in peace. Okay, some of you could have taken flowers to a passed over loved one. Some of you could have taken flowers to one of your ancestors. Yeah, they're saying thank you. I'm getting this energy of like a hugging energy. It's a very beautiful energy. Somebody's really happy that you brought them flowers or something like that. Or some of you need to go take somebody flowers, or you're thinking about it. It shows divinity. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. A lot of ancestral intervention. So your ancestors are just like, yeah, they're here. Your ancestors are here. They are the dream team. You got faith. They're protecting you. You're praying. You're meditating. You're in alignment. You're making them proud. You're collaborating with your ancestors. Your gifts and their gifts are intermingled. And you're also getting some type of beautiful spiritual upgrade. There's a new gift that you have that you're tapping into. This is your epiphany. You could be coming to the realization like, oh my God, I didn't know I knew how to do this spiritually. But again, remember, you were tested with some type of weird ass bondage, conflicting energy. Somebody over here is in chaos. They're bound to some type of emotional like purgatory, flying monkeys ass energy for gossiping. You got a mature man here. This could be an ancestor passed over. This could be a grandfather, father figure. This person is watching over you with divinity, father, godfather, like a father in the sky, a father in nature, faith, chakras. Some of you are getting grounded. Some of you are at like the park or something. Is that what I'm seeing? You're going to meet somebody in passing. This is your soulmate. Literally, it could just be like somebody recognizing your energy right away. They might strike up a conversation. This is your person. This is how it's going to happen. You're a sweetheart. You're in the sweetheart energy. Like you're reflecting all this love to the universe and they're sending this right back to you. That somebody is like watching you. Somebody that you're going to run into. This is a soulmate. This could be when you're out meditating, out hiking, out in the park, wherever you're going, wherever you're at, you're going to run into this person. You got ancestors that are assuring that this happens. Okay. So let's tap into this other person. What the hell is going on here? Literally. Okay. Flying monkeys ass energy, false narrative. Somebody lied. They made something up. They kept doing it to get some type of a reaction and some type of outcome. And that didn't happen. You're in the 10 of Pentacles. You're being absolutely celebrated, congratulated. You're getting gifts, 10 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups, for overcoming some type of necessary obstacle. Whatever this obstacle is that you were facing, it absolutely put you in a position to have this spiritual epiphany and come to the realization that you're a real spiritual G, that you know how to do something with your energy that maybe you didn't see before. Something about your prayers, something about meditating, something about staying in alignment, something about being obedient to your divine assignment, something about your ancestors. Whatever this is, you're having a spiritual epiphany. Your ancestors are showing you something. You went within self-reflection. This is how you ascended. Yeah, this is how you ascended. This new gift is really, really special to you. They're saying that you could not have tapped into this gift had you not had this adversity. This is like a triggering gift. This is like a fight or flight mechanism. It's like, the universe saying that your buttons were pushed in the right way. And in the middle of whatever this energy is, false narrative, whatever somebody was saying, it literally thrusted you into an ascension. Yeah, you had an aha moment. You could have said, oh, I didn't know I could do that. Oh my God, I didn't know I knew how to do that. It's a spiritual gift. Show me this person lusting, bondage, conflict, emotional pain, flying monkeys. It's a missed opportunity to take you down, to make you look crazy, to make you look like a clown in somebody else's circus. Somebody missed an opportunity. Clarify, false narrative, gossip. Yeah, look, they want to sacrifice your character. They want to, I don't know, somebody doesn't want you to be seen as a good person. So they passed along this false narrative as story. And you know, with false narratives, that shit just snowballs and snowballs. And then people start adding to the story and it goes through one ear and out the other one ear. And then it passes around, like a cancer. It's very nasty, how these people commune to do just diabolical things and have very demonic, low vibrational conversations. The narratives were snowballing into these lies. Now somebody's in this emotional pain and bondage and they're heartbroken. Okay. I just heard feeling suicidal, y'all. I don't know what this suicide energy is. We take life seriously. We know that we're not going to make it out of life alive, but somebody really is contemplating suicide, whoever this person is. This is somebody who obviously continues to be consistently, intentionally unsuccessful. They know that something's not working, but they still keep talking about you. They still keep doing their best. They still keep putting their best and worst foot forward to spread some type of false narrative, only to end up heartbroken, depressed, and sad at the end of the day. They refuse to let this go. Somebody's been told many a times they need to let something go. They need to get out of your way. They need to keep your name out of their mouth. And somebody just finds it so difficult. I feel like this person don't have nothing else to do. They don't have nothing else to do. They're kind of drifting in and out, wandering soul. This is about you moving forward. This is about what the universe has for you. Okay. Toil and labor, something that you do for work. You're working for the universe. You're tapping in. Listen, you're tapping in using your gifts. It's beautiful energy. This seems to really have somebody in a pinch, Somebody's panties is in a bunch. You got the 8 of Wands. Listen, you communicating something, okay? Something that you're doing by way of your work. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're standing in your power. This person can't come near you. They can't come towards you. So this is why they stay behind the scenes, kind of running their mouth like a faucet. This is why they can't just stop talking about you. Somebody just finds it so difficult. If you had told this person, hey, you think you could go one day without talking about somebody? I feel like that would nearly be impossible. A lot of emotional pain here, a lot of bondage energy. Judgment is here. Judgment, fair judgment, and justice, righteously, divinely intervening. The spiritual courts of heaven are absolutely chiming in when it comes to your destiny, your purpose, what you're here to do. You're not here to fail. You will never die and be unalived at the hands of your enemies. You're not here to be defeated. This is your ascended master, ascending master, ascending master, ascended master. Yeah, you've already ascended. Some of you had already completed a successful life. You just came back to grace us with your presence. We're very eternally grateful. Some of you had already completed perfect lifetimes. Yeah, you're an ascended master who's already ascended, but now you're ascending again because you said, well, I'll go back. I'll do it for the love of humanity. And here you are. I can't make it up. You did it for the children. Page of Pentacles. Some of you came specifically to help the children. Clarify this 8 of Cups. Somebody don't want to walk away and let something go. Yeah, they can't stop talking about you. Look, emotional manipulator, emotionally disconnected. When somebody's this emotionally disconnected, I always say they can't be connected to source. They're not connected to anything that's real. They're not connected to the truth. They're just kind of doing whatever they want to do, winging it, with the hopes that spiritual karmic justice isn't served on the person's behalf that they are attacking. This is absolutely an unfortunate way of thinking. It is absolutely ass backwards. To do the right thing in these conversations and admit that you are this person of great faith would be too much like right. So instead, this person continues to kick up some form of chaos with the hopes that this takes you down, somehow affects your life, somehow will make you forfeit your crown. That's what I just heard. This is what this person wants. It's a provoking energy, provoking bondage and conflict. Yeah, it's a provoking energy. You got the Emperor energy. That fell right on top of sweetheart. Okay. Soulmate energy. For some of you, your father was your soulmate. You've been with that person many, many lifetimes. This could also be somebody's father coming through from the other side, protecting you, guiding you towards somebody who is a protector of the divine feminine energy. This person is coming up as an ascended archangel in the spirit realm, an ascended archangel. Whew, that's good business. You got good spiritual protection here. 5 of Wands. Somebody's still trying to fight you for something that belongs to you. It's a trivial pursuit. It's a diabolical pursuit. It doesn't make any sense. Somebody can't collect $200. Somebody can't collect go. Somebody got to go straight to jail, purgatory. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Somebody was out here playing games and ended up in the 5 of Pentacles. They gambled away their lineage. They gambled away something at the expense of some type of nasty gossip that they had intended to use as some type of tool to hopefully reach you and stop you from being in this self-sufficient, independent 9 of Pentacles energy, abundant, prosperous, ascending energy. Your chakras are in alignment. You got great faith. You manifest everything that you need the way you need to, and your ancestors are guiding you. You can't go wrong here, Divine Collective. This is beautiful. Judgment is absolutely in the upright for you. With strength and a 6 of Pentacles, you come to give, hopefully leaving this world in a better place than how you found it. You're a giver. Look, this is beautiful energy. You don't lose when you give from this position. When you give from this position and your heart chakra is in alignment on divine assignment, you don't lose when you give to this capacity. You're a lover of people. You want to see people happy. You want to see them balanced. You want to see them well. Why are we saying this in spiritual court? Because somebody needs to know the caliber and the divine character of the person that they attempted to attack. When you say it like that in spiritual court, they don't like the way that sounds. It was better when they were behind the scenes painting a false narrative about you so that people couldn't see that you were absolutely a gift. You got the Queen of Pentacles. You're grounded, well-rounded, easy to get along with. You're focused on your stability. You have great work ethics. You know when to work. You know when to rest. Listen, this is why justice is in the upright. Spiritual court is now in session. A lot of these people ended up in spiritual court quite by accident. They really would have preferred to have stayed behind the scenes, whispering in everybody's ear. I heard, she said, he said, they said. I heard, they said, she said. She said, they said, we said. Well, what did you say? And what did they say? Everybody's saying what they talking about. Nothing. Nothing. It was all lies. And somebody had the nerve, the audacity, if you will, to not even want to walk away with the 8 of Cups in the reverse and let something die. They were warned by the universe. There were signs. Somebody was cold as ice. Somebody got an ice box where their heart used to be. This person ain't felt nothing in a really long time. Where they're feeling something now. They're feeling that astral realm, spiritual court, heavenly ass whipping. With the Ace of Wands, somebody's getting that ass beat by the divine. Very precisely, very intentionally, very directly. They're getting that ass beat by the divine Ace of Wands. Clarify false narrative. False narrative. Somebody that fraternized in a very rotten way. Very insidious conversations. Very calculated. Somebody thought this out. They just didn't see that this was not going to fly. It wasn't going to stick when it came to your nice, beautiful character. And I say that quite literally. You're coming up as a really decent person. You're nice. You're decent. You like people until they give you a reason not to. And that's their chance. They only get one chance with you. Three of Cups in the reverse. Somebody was talking to people that was already sad. People that were already defeated. People that were waiting. People that were thirsty, waiting to hear what was the gossip. They went amongst their own. They fraternized with the scornful because they knew that they would be the only ones that would collaborate with the bullshit. They couldn't have gone around decent people with this conversation because this person's not a decent person. Somebody called judgment down on your character. They hid behind the scenes and they waited to see what was going to happen. If you were going to have some type of a reaction, if you were going to be provoked to leave your position here of alignment, to leave your position here of ascension, to leave your position here of a soulmate, judgment in the upright, temperance energy, Ace of Wands energy, you're getting good karma. Somebody wanted to provoke you. It's like tossing out some nasty gossip, throwing it out real quick and waiting to see where's it going to go? How's it going to spread with the hopes that it infiltrates your light. That did not happen. Clarify this weird ass person. It's the King of Wands in the reverse. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody's birthday might be in July. Okay. Or this could be a couple of people. King of Cups in the reverse, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Karmic person, karmic masculine energy. This could also be a weird ass toxic. These hoes ain't loyal ass feminine too. And some testosterone is a hell of a drug ass energy. It's quite possible. Somebody was addicted to this. Very addictive behavior. Because why? You got this. Because you moved on. That's why they mad. That's why they're mad. Because you're in the King of Swords energy. You're a feminine coming up in the King of Swords energy. You could also be a masculine, just like in this grounded energy. Yeah, look, you are picking and choosing your battles, and some of these people are not worth your time, although you are very much aware of this nasty ass, garbage ass energy. But again, these people don't even have the courage to say these things to you, to your face, so it doesn't matter. It's wasted time, breath, blood, sweat, and tears in the hopes that you will be blocked from something that belongs to you. Clarify, Holy Spirit. Somebody's a little stressed out. Something's not going the way they had anticipated. You got the 10 of Wands, stressed out. What is that? Sagittarius energy. Stressed out could be any sign. Yeah. Because you alchemized some type of false narrative about your life. And whatever they said, it didn't spread to your life. Whatever they said, it doesn't resonate with you. Whatever they said, you took it, you put it in your pocket, you churned it, you turned it into diamonds and gold and silver and copper. You took some bullshit, literally, and you turned it into something more useful. A lot of wasted time, sweat, blood, and opportunities. This is what these people were doing, only to come out looking crazy like this. Now somebody's paranoid. Why they paranoid in spiritual court? Because you know that they know that you know they know. Somebody got legal issues. Somebody could be going through some type of a divorce. With the 10 of Cups in the reverse, somebody's whole life is falling apart. And you mean to tell me they have managed to find time to schedule throughout their day? We all get the same 24 hours, God willing, to spread false narratives about you. When people do that on top of the bullshit they have going on, that is very peculiar behavior to me. But then again, I can't get into the mindset of a devil. I don't even really want to think, why would you do that? Like, common sense would say, hey, you might want to get your life together. It appears to be falling apart. And this person that you keep attacking just keeps taking the energy and turning it into holy water. Drink that type energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's a babbling brook. It's somebody that babbles. They're constantly clocking that tea, piping hot, gossipy ass tea, false narrative on a sweetheart, on somebody that's in this soul-mated energy. Soulmate could just be you mating with a higher version of your best soul's image with ascending energy. soul made it to the divine, doing what it is that you need to do, moving about this earth very diligently, very intentionally, very consistently. Are you tapping into your gifts? And all this did, whatever this was, the only thing this did was help you tap into some type of untapped gift. This awakens something in you. I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you know that you have the power to do certain things. But this type of spiritual warfare puts you in a position where you are like a master of words. Like you alchemized somebody's words against you. And somebody was talking for hours. You took their words. You know how they say you took the words right out of my mouth? You took the words right out of their mouth. You watched them bind themselves to the words that they spoke towards you. That's law. That's spiritual law. You got to be held accountable to the words that you speak and think aloud, silently. You took it, took the words right out their mouth. It ended up realigning your chakras and you turned it into all this beautiful energy, radiant energy. Some of you could be seeing rainbows. Some of you could be seeing butterflies. This represents you transforming. The universe is always talking to you, always confirming, clarifying. Listen, okay? Nurturing your inner child. That's what I just heard. Yeah, you're giving to your inner child. Yeah, this is beautiful energy. Yeah, you're giving to your inner child. Look at your inner child. The inner child is coming up as the Hierophant. Come on now, that's good business. That's good news. The inner child is coming up as the Hierophant. The inner child is telling you to remember your gifts. Your inner child is telling you that you were once a child with a gift. You are now a divine masculine with a gift. Remember who you are. That's what your inner child is saying. Yeah, you were born to do something great. Look at this. This is like the divine. Yeah, it's giving. For I send to you my only begotten sons and daughters. Just listen to them. They're the messengers, you know. Don't touch them. Don't hurt them now. Listen, okay? Believe what they say because they're definitely mandated by source to tell the truth. We got the Seven of Pentacles. This is you planting good seeds and remembering who you are. Beautiful energy, epiphanies, tapping into your untapped talents. You're remembering childhood. You're talking to your inner child, your inner boy, your inner young lady, nurturing that inner child, giving back wisdom. You can only do this by going within. You know that you can't circumvent the process. You're not trying to circumvent it. Slow and steady wins the race. Clarify, Holy Spirit. What is going on here? Thank you. So many choices, so many dreams, so many illusions. Seen through the illusions is always going to be the best. It will always provide the best conclusion. That's what I just heard. Let there be no intrusion of your beautiful hopes and dreams. Let there be no intrusion as you heal. You remembered you're a healer. You remembered. Somebody's inner child reminded them, hey, remember we used to like to do this? Hey, remember when we were little? Remember when you were 5 and used to sing in your room and act like you were on stage? Now you're tapping into your singing abilities. Remember when you used to be in your room and you said, when I grow up, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and this? Yeah. Your inner child is reminding you with the fool to take that leap of faith, right? Yeah. New cycle. New cycle. New you. New gifts. New ascension. Hierophant energy. Paying attention to your inner child. Your child with the gift. I can't make this up. Knight of Pentacles is a child with the gift. Natural gifts. Natural gifts. Somebody's a natural artist. Never went to school for art, you know, and if you did, you had already mastered certain things naturally. Somebody's really good with their hands. Somebody can create things. Yeah, your inner child is reminding you, listen, truth and reality is here. You got the Tower and you got the Four of Swords. Okay. Clarify the Tower and the Four of Swords. Why is that here? What is that about? Wishes being fulfilled. This is like waking yourself up from a dream state. You had people sending you nasty energy, talking about you, spell work by way of gossip, trying to speak something into existence. You took the words right out of their mouth and you turned it and churned it into the fool, taking a leap of faith. And you said, watch this. I got a magic trick. I'm going to take all that bullshit you said about me. I'm going to make it into the Ace of Pentacles, and I'm going to show up in spiritual court and let the Most High back me. Co-sign to this. It is my divine birthright. I can make it up. Absolutely. You got the Tower and you got the Four of Swords. You had to wake up from somebody's illusion, somebody else's projection. Yeah, you remembered. You remembered who you were. A lot of you were walking around with your mother's fears, older people, always speaking bad things over young people. They meant you no harm, but they did you a lot of wrong. They just didn't realize it. Yeah, when you got older people that constantly speak their fears over younger people. Oh, don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. Oh, don't do that. You're going to get sick. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Dun. All their fears they speak, they manifest, and they make it happen. You had to unlearn this bullshit. And you did it in a very forgiving way. You know that they meant their best. They were only doing the best that they could. Some of them were quite intentional, though. Some of them were nasty little witches and warlocks, but that's a whole nother ball of wax. You woke yourself up from some type of nightmare. You woke yourself up from some type of nightmare. You could have even heard something in the dream state like, wake up. Why'd I hear that? That's what I heard. Seven of Cups, illusions. You had to go within in order to see what was going on outside of you. How was something being manifested? So you went within to correct whatever the issue was. You went within to cater to your inner child. You went within to fix whatever this is. And it absolutely, absolutely changed your outer experience by way of your outer world. Your inner standing and your outer standing are now in alignment by way of your chakras. Tower moment. Yeah, you blew some shit up to wake yourself up. You said, wait a minute. Let me remember who I am. Hold up. Let me see what it is I need to see. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Now we're back. You saw the truth. Ace of Swords. I can't make it up. Okay. I can't make this up. While somebody was casting some form of illusions over people that were willing, waiting, wanting to believe a lie by way of gossip, you were somewhere doing something else, and they were somewhere in conversations talking about you feeling defeated, feeling as though somehow your joy had compromised their joy. Somehow you glowing was an annihilation to their existence. So they gossiped longer and more, and they fed into conversations. They didn't get anything done that day. Some of them didn't even comb their hair. They didn't wash their asses. They didn't clean their houses. They just sat on the phone till their ears were hot, till their earbuds went down, till their phones needed to be charged. They stayed in those illusions because they were feeling defeated. You saw it every step of the way. You could have saw this in the dream state. Queen of Cups energy. You could be any sign. You're psychic. You said, hold up. Let me see what's going on here. Queen of Wands. You're very confident. You're determined. You will go to war. You will protect that which you feel needs to be protected. And the universe backs you. When you got to bring out fire, when you go from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Wands, that means that somebody deserved to get a tower. Somebody deserved it. And you know what you did? You stood in your power and you heard the rumors and you said, let them. Now you're coming out as the Hierophant. You said, let them. You continue to show love to the universe, to those people that were loving you back. Okay. And the people that did not want to receive this love, you starved them out. You put them in a dry place. You took your love back. You called back your light. You didn't squander your good energy on these swine. And they kept talking, running their mouth. Now they're making bad decisions. Somebody's up all night, got the Tower, the Four of Swords. Yeah, they don't know what to do. Two of Cups energy. You were nice to these people. Again, this is you offering friendship, love, kindness, peace. And somebody giving you something outside of that absolutely is a violation of spiritual law. Energetically, their energy was being calculated, recorded. They didn't think that the universe saw that. Now they're in conversations feeling defeated by your accomplishments, as if you are here to annihilate their nasty asses. You let them continue in these nasty conversations. You took the words right out of their mouth and you alchemized it. You're the Hierophant. You're the Hierophant. You know these people don't mean no well. You see them as unhealed children. Page of Cups in the reverse. You see them as very immature. You don't take them that seriously. You take the words right out of their mouth and you assure that they get exactly what they deserve. And the Tower is there. And you do it with love. This is why the universe rushes in so quickly. This is why you get justice and judgment so fast. Because you do it from a position of pure love and light. And this is how you get a win, my friend. because you're right within, my friend. How you going to win when you ain't right within? L Boogie, let's get into it. And so you're winning within. And so you're winning outside. You're going within so you don't have to go without. Listen, you know that. The gates of heaven is within. Everything you need is on the inside of you. Yeah. And you got people looking at you with a funky little stinky ass gooky eye. Get that gook out your eye. Get that hate out your eye. Get that evil booger out your nose. Somebody's looking crazy. Look, page of source in the reverse. Because remember, they've said things about you in confidence to other diabolical people. They fraternized for hours. They cooked up some shit. And how dare your life not be a reflection of the things that they said? You got the Knight of Wands energy. Somebody's running and telling that real quick. Go run, tell that type ass energy. Page of Swords in the reverse is like evil eye, bad news, lies, gossip, slander, talking. I heard, just making up stuff. Got time today. Somebody got time every day for something diabolical, right? But they don't want to go wash their clothes. They don't want to go check on anything if it doesn't involve having a conversation about you. Somehow this was sickly satisfying to these diabolical people. Okay, I'm just here to read the energy. It's unfortunate. Say less. This is what Spirit is saying. Some of these people can't say anything about you. Seven of Wands in the reverse. It's like standing on a rocky ass conversation, not having a pot to tinkle in, pee in, piss in, and a window to throw it out of. Somebody looks crazy, unhinged, unstable. Okay. These people don't have nothing that they can say about you. Seven of Wands in the reverse, but they're watching. They're looking for it. Hey, how you been? Let's be friends. Somebody's a whole friend of me, enemy, right up in your face. Emotionally manipulative. It's a no. You got one chance to be a friend. Somebody wants to spin the block. Yeah, you put this shit to rest. You're setting a very strict boundary. These people could feel like you stuck up or something like that. I don't know why I heard that. Somebody could feel like, oh, you think you got it like that now? Well, wait a minute. Wasn't you and Ragalisha on the phone? Ragettes? All the ratchets, all the raggedies, and all the nasty ass people with your nasty ass entities and your parasites. Weren't you on the phone? Somebody's like, oh, you stuck up now? Look, you said death. You ain't never coming back. Don't come this way. You got your sword up. Don't make me off with your head. I heard what you said. Somebody could be trying to figure out how you know exactly what they said. Well, that's psychic abilities. Spirit is so funny. Spirit will give you conversation word for word. You already know how the clairs work. You already know how it works. You know what they said word for word. They like, how you know? Because when you're in the presence of God, you got to show some respect. You just didn't know that because you ain't never in the presence of the Most High God. You ain't even got spiritual protection. You're not even tapped into source. You tapped into making sure that your phone is charged up long enough so you can sit on the phone and fraternize with the scornful and make up lies on the chosen one because somehow that satisfies your sick soul. It's a temporary fix. It's a trick of the enemy. And you feed into it. You buy it. It's there for the taking, and you sign up to be in line for a slice of the devil's pie. Watch them all stand in line for a slice of the devil's pie. Two of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Equilibrium, balanced. Picking and choosing your battles. Free will. You can or you can't. You will or you won't. You shall or you motherfrickin' shan't. You got the Two of Pentacles. You got the Two of Swords. A decision has to be made. While you're balancing out energies, these people are somewhere trying to create confusion. So anybody that is engaging with these people, they all got blood on their hands. Because again, when you speak up on a chosen one, you need to really be sure that you know what you're saying. The proper way to do something is if you have an issue or a concern, is to confront that person respectfully. Call them into spiritual court. That is proper spiritual etiquette. That's proper spiritual order. If you have an issue with somebody, you confront them. It doesn't necessarily have to be aggressive. And this is how you know that this was some plot and some ploy to tear you down, tarnish your image because it was done behind the scenes in a very sneaky way. False narrative ass energy, co-signing to the bullshit ass energy, putting that on God ass energy just to make sure that something stick. They wanted something to stick to you. Now they're stuck. Five of Wands, hatred, envy, competition. You know what's so crazy is the people that these people are talking to, they don't like each other either. They just all get together and fraternize because the common denominator is to come up against you. But you're in the Ace of Pentacles. You are definitely coming out as somebody who has risen above the bullshit. This is beneath you. It is what it is, type ass energy. Clarify. I can't make it up. But see, what they mistaken is that you wouldn't stand up for yourself. Knight of Swords. You could have had to put a little umph in your say, you know, a little umph in your spiritual war real quick and check these people. Yeah. King of Swords in the reverse. You might have had to get a little, you might have got into your spiritual bag. Divine Collective. What's the King of Swords in the reverse with the Ace of Cups? Yeah, you're not playing. You're not playing. You took the words right out of their mouth. You alchemized it, balanced it out. You came out and showed them a magic trick. You said, here you go. This is what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted to see. And you came out as the Empress and the Ace of Cups. Somebody was talking real bad behind your back. Now they sitting up looking real sad behind your back, hoping that you don't know what they did behind your back, hoping that they don't see you. They hope they don't see you because they know what they did. They can't look you in the eye. These are people that are running from you, hoping that they don't run into you. Five of Cups and a Ten of Swords. They're hoping that you don't see every sword they tried to put in your back. This person wanted to destroy you. A group of people wanted to destroy you. Very, very reckless energy. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Toxic, unstable, materialistic, unhinged, broke, mad. Life is falling apart. Sad. Misery loves company. So it found a whole bunch of miserable other people to keep them company. They're all in one big bucket of misery, sitting around fraternizing, ears burning, tongues burning, lying. The Most High said, I'm going to split your tongue with the Ace of Swords. You know why? Because it's venomous. It's a snake tongue. You know how the snake tongue goes two ways? They need their tongue split. They're reptilians. Somebody is so confident that they can take you down energetically with nasty talk. It's spell work. You're still coming out as the Lovers, the Queen of Wands in the upright, Nine of Cups, the World. You've closed out a cycle. You got the keys to the gates, and you're moving forward successfully. The Empress energy, Six of Wands is a victory. The Chariot is overcoming all your obstacles. Two of Cups, you got real partnerships coming in. You got somebody that wants to come back, spin the block after they try to tarnish your name and unalive you. Energetically, reputation wise, they're in the Nine of Swords. These people can't sleep at night. They have no spiritual protection. They are still trying to make something happen by way of passing around, a false narrative about you, and it's unsuccessful. Five of Swords, they feel intimidated and defeated. So this is really what is gassing them up, is their insecurities, feeling defeated. This is the reason that they want to take you down. Well, it hasn't happened. It won't happen. And they're just painting all these illusions. I feel like they're in this delusional head in the clouds as energy. I feel like a lot of these people have lied so much, they don't know the truth. That's dangerous. When you told so many lies that you don't know what you told, what you said, you don't even know why you're doing it anymore. You just controlled by something. A gossip demon. That's a fallen angel that has absolutely occupied a hosting vessel to just kind of, carry out some type of demonic agenda. It's unfortunate. You know why? Because these people got to be open to this type of possession. That demon is only attaching itself to something that is very familiar. So if you got somebody with low self-esteem, or somebody that refuses to heal, or they want to go against the Most High God, or they're angry with the Most High God, those are easy vessels to possess. Those demonic forces love to work through people like that. And before they know it, their entire lives are infected with something demonic. And they've opened up the door to the devil, and the devil's in their living room with his feet kicked up on their couch, having a whole conversation and controlling every aspect of their life. They give these demons permission when they refuse to stay away from love for source. They give them permission This is the message, though. I love y'all. Take this as it resonates. Give it a thumbs up if it resonated. Thank you for your love, your support, your donations, your super chats. I saw a super chat the other day that was really, really nice. Thank you. Thank you. Again, I love it when the readings resonate and you get additional truth and clarity to apply to your situation. Hold yourself accountable. Take that meat, spit out the bones, and move on. There you go. Confirmation, clarification. As we close this door, I wish you peace, love, and light. And I will absolutely see you in the next video. Until then, peace be with you.